Hi friends, welcome back to Sherry Simple Living. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you all for joining me. Today, we're gonna do a raw pack chicken breast, and we're gonna pressure can them in the pressure canner. And they were on sale for $1.99 a pound. And the chicken bin that's in my freezer is full. So I thought, let's can it so we can have some chicken on the shelf. And this is the easiest canning you'll do. You just put the chicken in the jar, wipe the jars down with vinegar, put the lids on, and can it. We're going to put a little bit of liquid because breasts are drier, but it is okay if the liquid is lower than the meat. It will create some of its own juice, but I like to fill it just about halfway with some juice, with some water, so that it is in liquid. But like I said, if the liquid, like say the meat's up to here or whatever, but the liquid's only to here, that's fine. As long as it's sealed, it'll be perfectly fine. But we are going to add a little bit of liquid. The first thing we got to do is cut the chicken and get it ready. So let's do that. So I like to heat my lids. I've already got the jars clean. And I usually like to do my chicken in pints, but I'm going to do some quarts this time. I got 2 big things of chicken breast here that we're going to have to cut, and we'll probably have some pieces we don't want that we'll put in here for the dogs. Friends, look how giant these chicken breasts are. This is one of the reasons I don't really buy chicken breasts to cook for dinner anymore. I buy the thighs, the boneless, skinless thighs mostly, because they're just, I don't know, the last few times we've gotten chicken, it's been like stringy and just weird. I know everybody's seen it. I swear it's like lab printed meat or something. These weren't stringy. I think maybe a couple were, but I cut those parts off. But these are like the whole breast, so you have to cut all of it. So I'm cutting the pieces for the dogs really tiny, and then the pieces that we're gonna can, we will cut a little bit bigger. So you just want them chunks about this size. You could even make the chunks bigger, but I prefer them about this size. We will just throw it in. Now obviously the quarts are going to take much more meat, so we may not get as many jars. Now as you can see, the quarts hold a lot. I mean, 2, that feels like bristle too. 2 is filling up 1 jar, so that's a lot of meat. Friends, I wanted to add that I put a half a teaspoon of canning salt in the bottom of the jar. You can put it on the top or the bottom, it doesn't matter. And you don't have to salt it, but I think it turns out better if you do add a little bit of salt. And make sure you use canning salt. Friends, if you're intimidated to use your pressure canner, don't be. This is how simple this is. Now, I have the Tefal pressure canner. It's real simple to use. It has 2 different locks, so you're not worried about anything happening. But basically, we're just filling the jar with chicken. It's got a little canning salt, and then we're going to add a little bit of water to it, and then wipe the rims and put it in. This is how simple. Just follow me, friends. Okay, friends, now we're just packing the jars the rest of the way full. Like, there's a little bit of space in some of them, so we're going to top them all off, push them down nicely. Then once I add the liquid, we will debubble so that we don't have any bubbles in there and air trapped. And then we'll clean them up and put the lids on. I just wanted to add that I always wash my knife right away because for some reason the chicken slime, if it stays on your knife for even like 10-15 minutes, it is so hard to scrub off your knives. So I always wash my knife right away. Okay, friends, now we're going to add some water to each jar. Just because the breasts are a little drier and I'm not sure how much broth they'll create. So I'm going to fill them about halfway. Some end up being a little more. Okay, friends, I almost forgot to debubble, but we're going to debubble right here, and that's the little stick if you buy a canning kit. And you just want to make sure you're getting all the air pockets and the bubbles out. So you just go around your whole jar and do what I'm doing, and that's debubbling. It's real simple. Okay, now we're going to wipe the rims really good with vinegar. And I usually will wipe, then fold the towel over and get more vinegar and wipe again. I bought the little pump thing on Amazon, I believe. I actually bought it to put doggy ear cleaner in, so I bought two because I was like, oh, this is perfect for canning because all you got to do is put your paper towel on there and pump it down and you get vinegar on your paper towel. So make sure you get them real clean and there's no debris or yucky stuff on your lids. You want them to get a good seal. Okay, now we're just getting the lids out of the warm water and we're putting them on with the band. Don't over tighten. We just want it to be finger tight. Just close it, basically. Don't over tighten it. As you can see, these two lids stuck together. So always check your lids and make sure that it's not more than one. I've done that before. All right, friends, now it's time to put them in the canner. I believe mine will hold 7 quarts, but this was, I think, 10 pounds of chicken, and it made 6 quarts. You want to make sure that your bottom thing is in there so they're not just sitting on the bottom. This one has like a little grate that goes in the bottom. I don't know if you can see it or not in the video. Now, because this chicken was cold and the jars are cold, we want to add very cool water, like, just cold from the tap. Because if you add hot water, you'll get temperature shock and you could crack your jars. So start with cool water, and then once you put the lid on and turn on the heat, it will gradually warm up everything. I usually fill it to where the jars are about halfway covered. So this isn't like water bath canning where you want them completely submerged. You want them only covered about halfway to 3/4. All right, friends, all we got to do is get the lid on. Make sure it's on venting, which is this little thing that looks like a little choo-choo. Looks like air right here, like a little cloud. Okay, we're on. Yes, we're on venting. Got the lid locked in. So right now it's not going to build up pressure yet until we let it steam, and it needs to steam for 15 minutes. But you still don't want to ever open it. All right, so once it's boiling really heavy and the steam's coming out like a choo-choo train, then you set your timer for 10 minutes. So it'll take a good 10 or 15 minutes to be up to boiling. So we will leave it. It's on medium. And we'll just leave that and clean up and feed the dogs. Do all the dishes. And then once it vents for the 15 minutes, we can put it on for the 90 minutes. So quarts take 90 minutes, pints take 75. So that's an hour and a half. Okay, friends, just want to show you, see how it's coming out like a choo-choo? It's really steaming. Now we can go ahead and set the timer for 10 minutes. And we'll let it vent. And then we'll turn it for my elevation. It's 2, I believe, or 3. 2, between 2 and 3. I usually put it on 3. And once it does this for 10 minutes, then we turn it. Then once it gets up to the pressure, then we start the timer for 90 minutes. So we'll be back. Okay, friends. See how it's going like crazy? It's been the 10 minutes. Now we're just gonna put it on number 3. And you can hear it boiling. Hear it? So it's going pretty hard now. And we're just a hair above medium. That seems to do perfect on this stove. So we just want to wait until it comes up to pressure, and then we'll set it for the 90 minutes, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Then after it comes fully down to 0, then you want to let it sit just a few minutes and a thing will pop up. It depends on what kind of canner you have. But this one, the thing pops up and then it'll release. But that takes a good hour after it's done. So it takes a while for all the pressure to slowly release, and you don't want to fast release it like an Instapot, because that can cause the jars to crack because you're releasing the pressure too fast. So we just let it slowly come down. So that's like another hour. So we're looking at about 2.5 hours from now. It'll be like 11 o'clock tonight. The day is so long. But it's worth it when you have all this on your pantry shelf, and say you don't want to cook one day, you just open a jar of chicken and you can make whatever you want with it. Soup, chicken and rice, anything. Chicken salad. I've made chicken salad with our own canned chicken because I buy the Walmart canned chicken for chicken salad also. And oh my God, it's so good. It makes a good chicken salad. So looks like it's starting to come up a tiny bit. It takes a few minutes to come up, so we'll be right back. Okay, friends, the 90 minutes is up and the cooling period. It's all good to go, no pressure. You want to lift the lid away from you so you don't burn yourself with any of the water. And now we're ready to get it out. So grab your jar lifters because they are going to be hot. And as you can see, when we get it out, it's still bubbling. Now, friends, because it's like midnight, we're going to just let these sit. I'm going to put a towel over them, and I won't check them until the morning once they've cooled down. So if you're doing it during the day, you really want to let them sit at least 6 hours, maybe longer. And just cover them with a towel. Once they're completely cool, then you can wash the jars and check the seals. If any haven't sealed, you can put them in the fridge and use them within a few days, or you can redo it. I usually just use them up, but most of them sealed always. All right, there's our beautiful chicken. Look at it. You've got shelf-stable chicken ready for whenever you want to use it. It's good for a long time, several years. Also, you want to store it with the bands off, just the lid. Thank you for watching, friends. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate you.